Facebook ads. I said we have the campaign level, which is, let me say that one is for us. We have the ad set level, which is for us too, and telling Facebook where to go, where I want my advert to go, who I want my advert to go to. And that is demographic. Then the last level, the last structure, which is the ads level, that one is what you want your audience to see. And what you want your audience to see is more important too, because if they don't see what they're supposed to see, you waste your money. So today, that is what we want to work on. What do we want our audience to see? And this will be to help us run an effective ads. Okay? So I will introduce a friend. But before then, am I owing anybody? So am I owing you? Who am I owing? No. I'm serious about it. So that somebody will not block me along the road. I wanted giving 2 people for answering question last 2 persons. They are not here. Yeah. Remember the guy. And okay, the guy 2,000, and there is one lady here 1,000. Okay, I remember the lady's face now. See that bold face I used to say here. Okay, so today is my privilege to introduce somebody that is so dear to me when it comes to tech in Abia State. She was one of the team member to run Abia Bloggers Influencer Summit 2024. A much talk about summit in Abia State when we are talking about bloggers and influencers, which our senator was, the owner of this place, was one of the recipients of award they gave to him. So she's also a Google certified arts manager, and also Yale Africa certified. This particular certificate is, I always like forgetting it. So this lady is just a bomb. And when I met her, I said, no, I need to work with this kind of people. I don't know her from anywhere, but what she carries is what I said, this kind of people needs to be around. So it's my privilege to welcome Favor Alexander. I call her Lexis. Lexis, please, you can come. Thank you very much. She's good in handling this particular course. That's why I brought her in. So next, she will handle this course today, and we'll talk about how tomorrow will look like. Then the next week, another person is coming to handle email marketing. I brought another professional, so I can't be doing everything. So let's hear from another voice. Okay? Thank you very much. Please encourage her.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, Sir Thompson, thank you so much for the intro and for bringing me here too. I'm really, really excited to be here. I mean, there's so much we can do with Canva. What I'm going to talk about today is designing graphics for your ads, for your business, for your brands with Canva. And one good thing about designing with Canva is you don't need to have a laptop. You don't need to design with a laptop. You can do clean designs with Canva on your mobile phone. As a matter of fact, when I started graphic design 3 years ago, I started with my phone. So there is so much we can do with our phone that we do not know so much about it. And today we are going to explore one of those, which is Canva design. So, but before I go into what I have, how many of us have heard of Canva? Or how many of us have used Canva? Okay, sir, that's nice. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, then for the sake of this class, please, I will encourage us to install Canva on our phone. So that's because that's what we're going to be using for our designs. Either you install or you can use from the browser. If you don't want to install on your phone, you can just go to the browser, canva.com, and you install from there. Okay. So what I'm going to talk about today is creating effective ads, creative effective designs for Canva with Canva. Especially when you're trying to run social media ads, when you're trying to design content for your brands. There are a lot of small business owners who are struggling on what to put up there. I mean, there is not all the time you have product content to put up on your social media accounts, either on Facebook, either on Instagram, or either on TikTok. And knowing how to design even the smallest come and buy from me or come and submit or whatever with Canva is going to help you promote your brand a lot. We're going to talk about what is Canva. So Canva is a free online design tool that allows users to create professional graphics quickly and easily. Designing with Canva, you don't even need to have a professional background on graphic design because Canva already has a wide range of templates, fonts, images, and design elements for various design purposes. There is a if you're already on Canva, please. How many have gotten the Canva app? Okay, fine. Okay. So if you are in the Canva interface, let me get my phone. Excuse me. Sorry. Yes, you can, please. Yes, from your Google Store or from your Play Store, Apple Store, anywhere. Okay. While we're doing that, you can proceed. So Canva, you can use Canva for flyers. If you want to create flyer designs for either your church, your brands, social media posts, presentation, just like the one we're seeing here, was designed with Canva, and you don't even need to have advanced design skill, like I said, to be able to design with Canva. You can just quickly go because Canva has millions of already designed templates that you can just go to this design page and customize to whatever you want, either your business design, church design, product design, awareness design, digital marketing, which is what we are about right now. A lot of templates that are already there waiting for you on Canva. Okay, so if your app is installed already, you should have an interface like this. And the reason why you're seeing this red thing is because Canva 28th of last month, Canva dropped new features. Aside the too many features that Canva already has in it, Canva has a lot of apps that are already integrated in it. You don't even need to get stock photos from pixels.com, which is where you get your stock photos for your designs. Canva already has them embedded here. You don't even need to go out of this Canva to use AI to generate images, which is what is on now, using AI to generate images. With Canva's Dream Lab, you can just use tests and generate an image for your marketing content. So if you're on our homepage, Canva homepage, when you click on the plus sign, it brings you to choose the kind of design you want to create. You design, because every design has its measurement. Okay. You can decide to sign up with your email, your Facebook, Google, Facebook. But I use Google because it's more easy. It's more easier to you can have any system, any laptop, anywhere, just sign in with Google and you're in already. It's very, very fast. Okay, so now, which is where we are already, navigating the interface and the work with the templates. On the dashboard view, just like I showed us, on the dashboard view, yeah. You choose what you want to use. Either you want to use it for your small business, any option, you choose one. Yes. No, the thing is here, the essence of Canva asking you to choose what you want to use Canva for is so that they can tailor your workspace according to what you want. But that doesn't mean that you cannot have access to other things in there. Right? Okay. Like I was saying in the Canva interface, if you're there already, exactly, okay. If you look at your interface, you could see there are a lot of things you could see here. You can even use whiteboards. Is that your brain? If you're brainstorming with your team, Canva has a whiteboard for you to collaborate with your team members, to be able to work efficiently. Canva has logos. If you want to design logos, which is what we're going to be doing later, you can do it right in your Canva on your mobile phone. Instagram posts, Instagram stories. And you know, one good thing about Canva is it has already preset the size of each of these platforms. Just like when you're designing for a YouTube, when you're making a design for a YouTube channel, the design size is different from Instagram posts. The design size for Facebook posts is different from Facebook feeds. Okay. Yes. The marketing you want, whether you want to use it for marketing, for creativity, any level. Okay. You can also skip it. Yeah. You can also skip it. So I believe by now we're all in on our Canva interface, right? Okay, wonderful. So like I was saying, there are too many things you can do with Canva, a lot of things, and there are millions of templates already there. Even just scrolling on the Canva interface, you could see millions, 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 millions of presets. Yes, please. Where that's depending on what you want. They are giving you this variants of options. So depending on what you want to design, because each of them has the size and the kind of content that can go to it. Yes, sir. But if you want to create from scratch without having to customize a template, you could just click on the plus sign. You click on the plus sign, and you select what you want to design. Is that a logo? Because each of these, like I said, has their size dimension. Logo, Instagram post, or you want to create a whiteboard for your team to collaborate and brainstorm, is there. You want to presentation, is there. You want for just story and the likes of it. Okay? All right, so, but before we get into designing in Canva, or before we get into what design entails, it's important that we understand design principles, because there is a principle that governs everything. Just like the earth we are, there is a principle that governs earth. So understanding the principles that governs design is going to help you design a design or create a design that is catchy, or that can share the message you have in mind to share, right? So one of the design principles is balance. Balance refers to the distribution of elements in a design to create stability and structure. Symmetrical balance is even on both sides. We'll get to that. And asymmetrical balance uses contrasting size and colors for dynamic designs. Also, achieving balance helps avoid clutter and keeps visually appealing. Just like what we have here, you could clearly see that this design has balance, either in color, either in alignment, or in fonts, right? The next key design principles we have is contrast. Very important. Contrast is very important, and contrast is the use of opposing elements like light and dark, large and small, bold and thin. Contrast also helps important parts of the design stand out and makes the design more engaging. Effective contrast improves readability and draws attention to key elements. If you're looking at this presentation, you would see that there is contrast here. I used color contrast first to differentiate, okay, this is what we're talking about this. And I used font contrast. I used this because I used the contrast on a bold text or in a bold font, which is quite different from the body because I want the attention to be drawn on each of these things. That's the importance of contrasting in your design. The next design key principle is alignment. Alignment, yeah. Alignment ensures all design elements are placed logically and visually connected. It organizes the layout, creating a cleaner and more professional look, just like the presentation we have here, and every other professional design you've seen. I mean, I don't know if it's only me. I could be walking on the road and I'll see a design, be like, wow, this design is wonderful. Because the designer who created it utilizes the key principles of design, which is balance, contrast, alignment. And proper alignment helps guide the viewer's eyes through the design naturally. If you're looking at a design and it's not being aligned, let's say, for instance, all of this is in capital letter, you will be confused. You don't know what you're looking at. You don't know what is this. You don't know what is that. So alignment is important in creating a design. Okay? The next design principle we're going to talk about is repetition, especially in the digital marketing aspect. When you're trying to create a design for your brand, I don't know, I know a lot of us are on Instagram, and maybe you stumble on a professional account on Instagram. Let's say you go to Kuda or you go to FCMB, you go to OPE, you see there is consistency. There is repetition of font, repetition of color, repetition of site alignments and different things to create consistency. And repetition reinforces consistency by using similar elements like fonts, colors, or shapes throughout a design. It's not good when you're creating a design, you use one big thing here, and then the next tomorrow you're using a different design, the next tomorrow you're using a different color. It does not create consistency in your branding, in your marketing. It does not, even if a new time customer or someone who is just passing by on the streets of social media stumbles upon your account or upon your business page and sees that, this person, today you are doing this one, tomorrow you are using green, next tomorrow you are using yellow, tomorrow you are using orange. Even you will see that your feed looks disorganized. So repetition is important when you're designing. It's part of the key design principles. That thing is it builds visual unity and strengthens the brand's identity or message. If you check, this is the fourth slide of this presentation, and you could see there is consistency, there is repetition. I didn't use the green on the first slide and use blue on the second slide, you know. So this is what repetition does for your design. Consistent repetition ensures that the design feels cohesive rather than random. Just like we said, if you see a design that is green, the next tomorrow you're seeing yellow, you'll be like, why are these people not consistent? But when you stick on repeating something that you've already started, and it's always good that when you're designing for your brand, you use a font that was used to create your logo. It creates consistency. You will not use, let me use Copperhead, which is the name of a font, for your logo, and then for your other branding content, you now use Canvas Sans, or you use Time New Romance, or you use Jaramond. You know, these are different fonts. So it's always good to repeat either a color, a font, or an alignment, or any element when you're designing. The next key design principle is hierarchy. Hierarchy is important. Hierarchy arranges elements to show their level of importance, directing the viewer's focus. If you're looking at this, there's hierarchy. You can use hierarchy, color hierarchy, font hierarchy. Let's say larger fonts, bold text, or typically indicates the most important information. in our presentation is clearly there. I used color hierarchy and font hierarchy. So if you're looking at this, even if you're coming in, you didn't start this design with us, you could see that, okay, you're talking about key design principles, and hierarchy is the subtopic of key design principles. So it's important in design. Hierarchy is very, very important in design. A clear hierarchy helps the viewer understand the order and priority of content. Are we there? I hope I'm not rushing. Okay, thank you. The next key design principle is proximity. Proximity. Proximity refers to placing related elements close together to create a connection between them. It helps organize information and reduces visual clutter. Grouping elements through proximity makes the design easier to navigate and understand. Okay, I'll still use this presentation as an illustration. These things you're seeing here, these elements you're seeing here, they are, I didn't bring this one here and bring this one here and bring the other one up there and bring the other one up here. I used these elements to create a good proximity between each of them. That's what proximity does for you when you are designing. You cannot use, maybe you're designing for a food brand, yeah, depending on the style of design you want to do for your brands, because it's usually important to identify the style of design you want. And when you use a particular design style, it's good to stick with it because it creates consistency and it shows that you know what you're doing. Exactly. Okay, last is color theory. Very important. Very, very important. It is like the most important design principle. Very, very important. Color theory involves the use of colors that complement or contrast well together to enhance the design. Warm colors, because in color we have warm colors, we have the bright cool colors, and the warm colors are yellow, red and orange. They invoke energy. Any design you see red, you see yellow, you see orange, you be like, even from afar, it invokes an energy, like, okay, let me see what is here. So it is important to know these things. While cool colors like blue, green and purple brings calmness, just like this we're seeing here. I used blue. So color is important in designing. Understanding color harmony improves the emotional impact and aesthetic of the design. It's very, very important. And in the color theory aspects, can we all search for color wheel? Can you just go to your browser and search for color wheel? Color wheel. Just color wheel. It comes down to color theory because if you don't use colors that complement each other, your design is going to look unappealing, inconsistent, and it's going to look rough. Color wheel, yes, wheel, W-H-E-E-L. No, on your browser, search for color wheel. Yeah, so you understand the color theory I'm trying to talk about. You see, it's a wheel that has all sorts of color. Exactly. Now, if you look at this color wheel, you will see that there's no one, red does not have one shade. There are so many shades of red. There are so many shades of blue. There are so many shades of purple. So many shades of orange. So understanding color wheel and knowing the color that goes well with the opposites will help your design to come out very well. Let me show us something too on the color wheel. If you, if for instance you search color wheel, let's say you want to design something and you want to use green. What color do we think will go with green? Let me see if we're following. Let's say you want to wear an attire now, yeah? And you want to pair green with something else. Are you going to pair green with a exactly? So it's usually good to know these things, especially in design, because color dressing and color design are not the same thing. are not the same. So it's usually good to know which color is on the opposite side of the other color, which is how you will know a design that goes very well. Okay. Next one is typography. Typography is the art of selecting and arranging fonts to convey the message clearly and stylishly. Just like we're seeing, using fonts to arrange and convey the message clearly and stylishly. Different fonts can set different tones, such as formal, playful, and modern. Good typography ensures readability and enhances the overall aesthetic appeal. Imagine in this presentation, I didn't use this clear, easy to read fonts. Maybe I used Alexander brush or Alex brush. Alex brush is like handwriting, yeah? You'll be tinting your eye to see what's here. So if your designing is important, especially for your brand, it's important to choose a font that will be easy for your clients to see what you design without having to tint their eye to struggle or even zoom in or zoom out to see what you're designing. It's very, very important. And when you understand this design element, it will guide you in designing. Even if you understand design principles and you're designing and you see something that doesn't sit to it, no, you'll be like, no, this thing is not supposed to balance here. Remember, in design principle, we have balance, we have alignment, we have contrast, we have proximity, we have hierarchy, and we have color theory and typography. Okay, so now we are going to step-by-step guide on how to create an impactful design with Canva. The first thing is to select element, its template rather, that fits the message or project. Now we're in our Canva. Let's go to our Canva, please. Like I said, you do not need to have a preset design skill to be able to design with Canva. Canva has made it easy. You can be anywhere and put up content for your brands without even your laptop being there. All right? So if we're on our Canva interface, you see, let's just click on the plus sign. And let's say, for instance, we click on Instagram posts. Click on Instagram posts. No, click on this plus sign. Yeah. Yeah, Instagram post. Click on it. It will open to an interface or a working space. Now, you see what Canva first of all does is when you open your Canva, it pops up this. Yeah, Instagram post, yes. It's coming. I think network. Remember, like I said, when you're designing for your brand, exactly, sir. When you're designing for your brand, it is important to know the size of the social media space you're designing for. It is very important to know the size of the social media space you're designing for. And Instagram post is like the one that can go for everyone, like between the Instagram and Facebook. But you cannot use a design you made with Instagram post here. Okay. So let's see. Instagram posts, right? So we're there. Take it to picture. My phone, okay. So if you're using a laptop, this is how the interface is going to be. But remember, this class today is for mobile phone, right? Be able to design with mobile. But I have to come on laptop so that those who are live streaming with us can see what we're doing. Okay? So now you will see that there are different working space on the Canva interface, right? You have designs, you have elements, you have tests, you have brands, you have uploads, you have draw, and if you scroll down, you see projects, you see Dreamlab and the likes of it. Now, if you go to your the search bar, let's say food marketing. Just type food marketing and see the one that will pop up. Just food marketing. Just food marketing post. Yeah, just search. Food marketing. You'll see millions of presets designs that will come up, right? You can easily click on any one you want and customize it. You can easily click on any one you want and customize it. Customize it to whatever you want. Let's say the image there is not the image of the brand you have. You can. Yeah, the pro one, I will come to that. But there are free contents already. There are free contents already. Yeah, there are free contents there already that you could, that are good. This is free. This one is a free content, is quite good. The pro one is the one we'll talk about at the end of our class. Okay, so I can do something on, because Canva, if you know one important thing, one good thing with Canva, unlike other design software, is that your tool for your design, you don't need to import it. It is already there. Everything is there. Fonts, so elements, pictures, anything you want to search for, it is on Canva. So, but to be able to have free and liberal access to these things is when you're subscribed to the pro version. But that doesn't mean you cannot do good content in the free versions. There are so many good things you can do with the free version of Canva. So many good things you can do with free. It's just a matter of taking your time and searching for. Please, could you help me scroll up? Taking your time and searching for. Okay, you see, this design is free. It's free, and it's beautiful. You can recustomize it. Maybe you're a full brand owner. Can you customize it? Okay, let's leave food marketing. Let's search for digital marketing or real estate. Yes, let's search for real estate. You don't need to go back. Still on your search, on your design search, just search for real estate. You see there are a lot of real estate pre-made templates there for you. You can just customize them and do what you need to do with them, right? Okay, so let's go back to our presentation, please. Okay. Let's go back to our presentation while we sorry. Sorry about that. But I can still continue before the network comes back. Okay. Now, the one we are going to cover today, that's I think okay, let's explore more on the Canva design interface. Let's come to our elements. Come to elements. Maybe you've chosen, okay, this is elements on the mobile phone. Your work interface, this thing that lined up by the side on the bigger screen will be under, right? So if you go to elements, this is where you get either your shapes, your design content. Let's say we searched for food or rice or real estate house or shoes or clothes. This is where you get them. Anything that has to do with anything you want to use for your design, you get it from the elements icon or from the elements dashboard, yeah? So there are so many elements there too that you could explore, that you could use. Then the font, the text, is where you get your text. And in design, there are three tests we have. We have the header text, the sub-header text, and the body, and the accent. right? And the essence of these fonts being different, or this text style being different, is for emphasis. All right. So if you're looking at this, you will see that I used a header text style for design a professional logo with Canva. I used you see? Okay, fine. Sorry, ma. So you will see that there is add a header, add a subheader. So you just pick any text style you want and add to your workspace, and type in anything you want to type in. And the next thing, this is where you can upload content you have stored on your mobile phone. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say you have a content, maybe a content you shot by yourself, and you want to bring it to your workspace. You can just go to gallery and add it to your design, right? And the next we have is brand. This one is for on pro, people who are on pro. It's called brand kit. It's really important. Creating a brand kit will help you and your design to be consistent, and it saves you time from having to go from one design space or one design part to the next, so that you make sure that your fonts are consistent. Another way, yes, please. Yes, no problem. Okay, so you click on the plus sign. When you open the Canva interface, you click on the plus sign, right? You just come to Instagram post, right? And it brings you here. Will pop up the design. Yeah, it's coming up. Okay, we're here. This is where we got on the search bar for the design. We search for food marketing, and we got it. On the element part, you search for anything you want to search for. Anything at all is there. The text, the same thing. You want to add images to your design, you go to the gallery, allow. You want to add, you want to draw, you want to upload, you want to do other things. You could just search on them. Like I said, there are apps that are in Canva that will help your design be easy. Canva has a lot of AI integrated apps and softwares in the app that helps you create things easily. And Canva has this very good feature I love so much. It's called Magic Write. This icon you see here, it's just, can we click on it? If you're on your mobile phone, you will see this. Yes, it's in every Canva design. Okay, come close this thing. Come here. The reason why it's bold is because mine is on the laptop, but on the mobile phone, you go back home, you can use this. It has this filter here. Now, let's say we are searching for real estate. Let's say we search for real estate. So let's come to element aspect. Sorry. Yeah, let's go to the element part. Okay. You see, this thing shows that the AI is suggesting something, because Canva has an AI integrated in it here. And when you go back and come to the element part where you get your where you get other things you want to get, and you search for something. Let's say we search for that food. Let's search for food. Canva brings a suggestion for you. Generate image for food. You see? Let's say let's go to elements, please. Let's go to, okay, you've seen it, Magic Media. Magic Media is different from Magic Write, but it's still the same thing. These are apps that are in Canva. There are a lot of apps that are in Canva, which we will explore before the end of this class. Okay? But if you want to search for an element, if you want Canva to help you do something. Let's say food. Let's go to elements. Let's search for food. It gives you an option down here. Generate images for food. Generate images for food. Yes, if you go to elements and you search, yes, search for food. Just search food. Generate images for elements is AI. That is using an AI to generate anything. It doesn't have to be food anyway. Yeah, it's at the bottom. Yes, perfect. It's at the bottom. So you don't even need to, most times, bring in your content up from Canva. You could just easily do that. Okay, let's go before our time runs out. We are going to... Okay. It's called Magic Write, Magic Media. If you want to design, if you want to use something, or you want to generate fresh content with AI, Magic Media or Magic Write. So are you there? Okay. Exactly. So imagine if you click generate image. Let's see the food image it will generate for you. Now, you know, one good thing about, sorry, can I use your phone? One good thing about Magic Media is that it gives you the freedom to select the style of your generation. You can decide maybe your style, you want it to be animated. Is there? You want it to be dreamy. Is there? Let's say you want to generate a secretary. You want it to be like a filmic. You want it to be like a pure photo. You select the style you want the content or the element you're trying to generate to be in. Okay? All right. So we're talking about logo. What is a logo? When you see a brand, when you see something, what comes to your mind? So logo is a unique symbol or design that visually represents a brand, encapsulating its identity, values, and personality in a simple, memorable form. That's what logo is. We all, whenever we are traveling, you see MTN. That's their logo. And those letters, they symbolize something. Just like Glow, just like Access Bank. Even in Access Bank, you do not even need to see Access Bank. Or once you see the squared yellow orange line, you already say, okay, this is Access Bank. So that's what logo is. That's the power of logo. So it's important that when you're crafting a logo for your brand, make sure you use something that you want people to easily remember. Once they see it, what comes to their mind is your brand. Wherever they are, they see, even if it's not in the locality where the business was started from, even if it's another place, they see the content. They don't even need to see the main message. Once they see it, they'll be like, this is Choma's business. So this is, this guy's real estate business. That's the power of logo. All right? So when crafted thoughtfully, a logo can instantly convey what the brand stands for and create a lasting impression. A well-designed logo fosters brand recognition, builds trust, and differentiates the brand from competitors, making it a powerful tool for connecting with the target audience and establishing a strong market presence. Remember, in the digital space, there are lots of brands. Even the business you're thinking of starting tomorrow, someone has started it somewhere. Right? So there are lots of brands that are under the niche you're trying to go into, that are already existing the niche you're trying to start off. So it is important when you're crafting a logo for your brand, you craft a logo that will differentiate you from your competitors and will also be easy for people to remember when they see it. So even if there are millions of niches in the same, let's say digital real estate. Why am I going to real estate? Let's say real estate now, yeah? And I think there are a couple of real estate firms in Oma here, a lot of them. Now, let's say out of the 50, their logos are just lined up, just logos. If you know any brand, you will be able to identify the brand just by the logo. That's the power of logo. And logo can come in icons. You can use icon to create a logo. You can use name, your brand name, to make a logo. Just like my boss, Mr. Thompson. His logo is Thompson. T is for different brands. But once you see Thompson, you know that, okay, this is the brand. There is T hosts, there's T socials, and he made sure that he uses similar things that when you see that, you don't even need to think, okay, one of Thompson's brand, you will know that it is his. So that's the power of logo. All right? Okay. And just like in design principles, there are steps that will guide you to create a professional logo. The step 1 is setting up your canvas. And like I said when we started this class, I said that every design has its size. When you're creating a logo, you will not go and click Instagram posts. Because Instagram post, the dimension for Instagram post is 1080 pixel by 1080 pixel. That's width and length, right? And for Facebook posts, it is 1080 pixel and 1980. That is longer because Facebook feed is longer, unlike Instagram feed, right? So this is important. But in logo is 500 by 500 pixels, which is square. And the essence of that is you see, a square canvas is ideal as it fits well across various platforms and sizes, right? So it is important that when you're designing a logo, don't just go and start, they said we can design anything with Canva. Let me go to Facebook post, and then you want to design a logo. No, it is not going to capture that logo feel you're trying to get. And it will make your logo to look small. I've tried it. I have tried to design a logo with Instagram post and the main logo dimension. I get to see that if I copy the design I made with normal design dimension with Instagram post dimension, and I try to copy from the logo square, and I try to design from the logo square and carry it to the Instagram post, the design becomes smaller. Becomes smaller because the essence of that place now is not for your logo to be the main message. Your logo can be at the top left or at the top right. When you're designing with, we'll come to that. When you're designing using Instagram square dimension, right? Okay. The next step is you choose the color scheme. Now, this is where some people get it wrong. Decide on 2 to 3 colors that matches the brand's identity. We can explore Canvas. Like I say, Canva has so many color palettes, and you can choose for your brands. And you know, it's good that when you're designing a logo, let me go back to Access Bank. Access Bank uses only 2 colors, orange and blue. That's what Access Bank uses for their logo. And the essence of that is consistency. So any other content they are creating, whether it's a Facebook ad, Google ad, YouTube ad, anything, has to be with that 2 colors. FCMB Bank is purple, just purple and white, yeah, because white is, you can use white for any other thing in your brands, yeah. So it is important to choose between 2 to 3 colors when you're trying to design a logo. You cannot use 5 colors in one logo. Let's say, for instance, this shirt I'm wearing, the icon, I use green. And in creative, I use purple. In Sway, I use green. In the management, I use blue. It's going to be chaotic to see. So it's usually important to choose between 2 or 3 colors to create your logo. Okay, limiting colors ensures the logo is versatile and visually appealing. You can create with so many colors, but when it comes to logo, it limits. limit because it creates versatility. So even if you're creating a content for, let's say you want to you're creating a content and you don't want to use, you want to use a different color for the design, yeah. Right, so you use one color. You use one color to design when you're designing. Let's say you chose 3 colors for your brand. Now that gives you the liberty of designing different content for your brand with any of those 3 colors. And when someone comes to your feed, they'll still see consistency. They'll still see repetition, right? So that's what logo color does. The next step is to select a font if your logo includes a text. Like I said before we get here, I said that when designing a logo, you can decide to use either the element that represents the brand. In some restaurants or in some fast food brands, they just use pot and spoon. When you see pot and spoon, you know that this brand is a food brand. Some use, let's say for logistics, they use either bikes or car. When you see the logo, this brand is about this. So it is important to choose the same thing that comes with fonts. Like I said, it's better to use, in every brand, there are fonts that are good for each brand. What I do when I'm designing a logo for my clients is use Google, because Google is my friend. Even most times I feel like the search engine will be like, this girl, you don't too use me. Oh. Because every brand has the font that fits them. Every brand has a font that fits them. Let's say a fashion brand and a real estate brand. They are 2 different brands, yeah? And they represent different things. You could use a stylish font for a fashion brand, but you cannot use a stylish font for a real estate brand. So this is where this is important, right? Okay. So we'll come to designing. Avoid using more than 2 fonts to keep the design cohesive and easy to read. Let's come back again. Let's say I use Time New Romance 1, and I use Canvas Sans, and I use Arial, and I use Jaramond. For one logo, it's going to create chaos in whoever's eyes, whoever that is seeing it. It creates this, I don't even know it's not one look again, because these brands have these logos, or these fonts look different. They have different ways to utilize them. So it's usually good to use one. Either you use 2 or 3 colors and you maintain 2 fonts or 1 font. 2 fonts is good because you use the main fonts for the main thing, and you use a subheading font for maybe your motto, your logo, your slogan, or anything. So imagine if I use 1 font for this. It's not going to be visually appealing. It's just going to be like, the same thing, yeah? So it's good to choose 2 fonts for your logo design. Okay. The next step is add shapes and icon. Just like I showed us in the Elements tab on our Canva workspace, that is where we'll get all the shapes we want for our design. So imagine if you want to create a logo for a real estate brand, and you want to use an element that represents real estate. This is where you go to search for it in your fonts, right? So stick to vector graphics or simple shapes for scalability and a clean look. You cannot be a food brand and the shape you add or icon you add for your logo is plates. It creates confusion. Your brand is a fashion brand, and you're creating a logo, and your name is Cherish Fashion World, right? And the icon you used is pot and plate. Does not balance. So it's usually good to keep this thing so that anybody that is seeing your brand does not need to struggle and remember, what's in this brand they do say? You like enough food though. I mean, about the name saying our clothes. You get, so it's good to, these things are important in designing. Okay? All right, let's wrap it up. Yeah, let's go. Okay, arrangements. You arrange elements and create balance. Remember, in our key design principles, balance is important. Balance is important. The same applies to creating a logo. Make sure that the icon you're using and the font you're using, you balance them in a way that it creates a visual look, and it creates a good professional view, right? So place your text, icons and shapes in a balanced layout. Center or align elements to ensure they don't look cluttered. Use alignment tools in Canva to help you align everything. Now, Canva has this Canva is just too much. I'm not saying it because I'm a Canva designer, but just like every other design tool, they have an alignment tools that help you to know if your design is going out of line. Let's say, for instance, you're in your workspace here and you're trying to move an element. Canva has this line grid. It's red. It shows you where to keep something and where to not to keep something. So when you follow that line grid, it will help you align your designs. Please, let's move. Okay. Leverage negative space. Leave some empty space around the elements to avoid a crowded look and to make the logo feel open and professional. If possible, incorporate creative use of negative space to make the logo unique. You don't have to make everything to come together. After all, they say it's logo, so I need to make it come together. Sometimes just play around. Like I said, it's usually good to discover your design style. If you discover your design style, it's going to make your work easy, and it's going to make it easy for you to know what works and what doesn't work. Okay. Let's not take so much time on this, so we can go to the test in black and white. It's important. Now you've chosen green, purple, and white or black for your brands, yeah? Or you chose green and white or green and black for your brand. It is important to test that design you've created in a black and white. Why? Because a professional logo should look good in both color and grayscale. Now, this logo you're seeing here, it's not originally white, it's blue. That's my brand color, blue. But if I didn't test if it's going to look good in white, and then I went ahead to make it come out in white, there are some designs you would do, or there are some elements and icons you would choose that if you do not test them in black and white, if you go ahead to use them in a black and white design, they will not come out. So it's important to test these things to be sure that, okay, even though it's looking very wow, beautiful in color, I want to make sure it is also looking beautiful in black and white. That way you will know that, okay, my logo is finished and my logo is done. Okay? So, important adjustment. Review the design to ensure readability, clarity, and alignment. Check the size of text icons. Check the size of text and icons, making sure they are legible even at smaller size. It is important. It is very, very important. There are some logos you see that they look very fine in bold size, but when it's being reduced, you could barely see the name, nor the motto, nor the slogan of the brand. So it's always important to take it back, bring it in and see, okay, can I see it? Can I not see it? It is very, very important. So always review and adjust your design to make sure that now you export. You know, there are mistakes people do in exporting logos. When you want to download a logo, because remember, logo is something you use for different, you can use it for your branding, for your marketing, for different things. So it's good to always download your logos in PNG for digital use or PDF for printing. Don't just go and save it JPEG. You can't save a logo in JPEG. Because if you save your logo in JPEG, if you want to use it for printing, it's not going to pop. It will come out, but it will not give that clean look it is supposed to give. Right? So you choose and also transparent background. Because you designed it in a black and white background, because there is always a working space, either black and white, doesn't mean you have to download it in that black and white. The essence of removing the background is so that it is only the logo you want. So always remove the background if you want your logo to come out without a background. And the essence of that is, because you've downloaded it without a background, you can easily import it and add it to your designs. Your designs, unlike some brands or some design, you will see the logo has a white thing at the back or a black thing at the back. That can come in depending on the type of design you're trying to do. And maybe, let's say it's a black design and your logo is white and you want it to come out very well, you can, okay, let me use this to make it come out. But when you're downloading your logo, always try to save it in a transparent background so that you can use it for your subsequent designs. Okay? Now, important, test across platforms. Test the logo on different backgrounds and platforms, e.g. social media, website, to ensure it looks consistent and professional everywhere it is used. Because remember, every social media space has their resolution, has the size and everything. So it's usually good to make sure that they are tested across this platform so you know what to do. Before we go to designing, because we'll do something before we close. Any questions, please? Please, I'm open to take questions. If you have questions to ask, I'm open to take questions. Okay? Yes, please. I'm coming. Any question? Okay.
We are going to the Elements platform where you talked about the magic, this thing. I saw brand voice. Please, I would like you to tell us brand voice. Yes. Can you please tell us what that really means?
Brand voice. Okay. Let's go to it again. Let's search. Let's search for food. Let me see it. Is it in the generating? Okay, while she gets that, there is a feature Canva has that you do not need to even text. You can just record what you want on the microphone. Yeah, every search bar has it. You can just use your mic. Have you seen it? Okay. Yes. Yes. On your keyboard, when you go to your elements, you will just see a microphone that will pop for you to search for what you want to search for. This, okay, yours doesn't have a, okay, this microphone. Yes. I just, so it's going to come up, yeah, there. So you can use it to voice search on what you want. Okay, have you seen it? You said brand fetch. Okay, brand fetch. Huh? Okay, that's the voice of the brand. That comes in brand kits. Like I said, the brand kit feature is only available for Canva Pro because it helps you create consistent design for all your content. So what the brand kit does is you upload your logo, because every brand has its unique color. And just like this orange is not the only shade of orange, there are different shades of orange. So every color has a color code, right? So the essence of that brand kit is for you to key in your color code, and the brand voice she asks is, there is a brand, just like you're trying to create advertising content, yeah, for your brand, and you want to use consistent voice across all your pre-made content. That's where the brand voice comes in. So you add it to your brand kit, so that when you're creating a content that requires you to add a voice to your content, when people come across your feeds, your social media feeds, they hear the same consistent voice across your brand. So that's where the brand voice comes in. Any other question, please? Pictures. Yes. Oh my God, that's one of the features I love about Canva too. Canva has a photo editing feature and even a video editing feature too. You could upload your content, your video, and edit it on Canva. Change the colors, the contrast, the brightness, the highlight, and the likes of it. Same thing applies to photos. Any other question, please? Okay.
Please, I would like us to make a practical demonstration of what we just learned. Thank you.
Okay. That's what we're about to. We're about to create a logo. We're about to create a logo. We're about to create a logo. Though I had already made thought of a logo design we'll create a logo design for a photography brand, right? Yes, let's see it on our workspace. Okay. So this is what we'll be designing. Isn't this beautiful? So you see that I incorporated the two color choice that you are allowed to have in your logo, and I didn't use the same fonts. I didn't use the same fonts for this and this, and I made sure there is a balance. So let's create a logo, please. Let's go to our Canva workspace. On our mobile phone. Hi, welcome. I hope you're not, we didn't leave you far behind. You have Canva already? Okay. Maybe you could install and join us. Yeah. So, let me use my phone too, so that we'll all have coherent design. Oh, my phone is down. Okay. Let's open our Canva workspace. Like I said that every design you want to create has its own dimension. And there are two ways you can set your dimension. Is either you go to the plus sign, right? Canva already is already giving you logo option when you click on the plus sign, or you could just custom. Could just go to the custom here, this place. Sorry, this place. This thing you see here, this icon you're seeing here, is custom size. Just click here. That's where yours is. It's coming. Okay. Go back again. The custom size that is supposed to come out. Yeah, it's updated. I mean, you just got it now, yeah? It's updated. Okay, let's just go to the logo. Yeah, so you click on this plus sign. Click on it because this is where you want to design. Yeah, you click on it. Another way you can also come to a design space is by just on your home space. Yeah, custom size. You see it. So you just type 500, the width 500, the height 500. Have you seen yours? Okay, now yours has already brought out some. Just you don't have to select anyone yet. You just have to come down, and this is 500 by 500. Yeah. Okay, so create new design. Yeah. So you see, it's already there. It's already showing you the suggestion. Yeah. So you just click on it, sir. Yes, we're starting from logo. We want to create. You have to leave the. This one we use it for illustration. So this is still on Instagram. So you just go home. Yeah, sorry. Or you don't need to. You could just come here. Plus, yeah. And either you custom a size and our logo is 500 by 500. So either you search, you go through them, or you could just easily custom search, or you could just easily key in. You can just easily come here, custom. Yeah, 500 by 500. Yeah. Are we there? Okay, another pattern is, let's go home. Okay. Another pattern is, you come here, you search logo. Just search logo. Yeah, search. And when it comes up, you can select anyone, but that doesn't mean that's what you want to do, yeah? Because we want a blank canvas. We want a blank working space. So that's the essence of coming to the plus sign. But when you search from your home bar and search for logo, it's going to bring pre-made logo for you. And if you click on any of them, it's now going to bring you, instead of a blank working space, it's going to bring you into the working space of this logo. But we want a blank working space. So we click on logo. Are we there? Okay. Are we all there, please? So we'll move at the same pace. Yeah, just click on create new design. Yeah. Yeah, anyone you want. Are we all there? Okay. So are you there? Okay, if you want to leave here, all you need to do just... Yes. So just come down. Are you in Canva? This is the logo preset, right? Is this the logo preset? No. Okay. So plus logo. Sorry. Logo presets. Okay, so this is the logo we are going to design. We are going to design a logo for Jeffish Studios. Right? Jeffish Studios. So now we go to our elements tab. You go to our elements tab. Let me do it also for those online. We go to our elements tab. And remember I said the icon, the elements tab is where you get... No. Logo. I mean, you've opened the logo canvas, yeah? Okay. Yeah. So we go to the elements tab, and remember that's where we get all the things we need for our designs, right? So we click on it, or you select for mobile phone. Now, this is where the sweetness of Canva is. Now, we want to replicate the design I showed us earlier, right? We want to replicate it. So what we're going to search is camera. Just search for camera. This is the logo we're trying to duplicate, right? Or replicate, rather. So you search for camera. Search for camera. Right, so we want element, we want graphics, not photos. You know, one good thing about Canva search page is that it gives you the same results in graphics and in photos and in videos. Right? Yes, you're on the same page. Just search search for camera or camera icon. Fantastic. So you search till you see the camera we want to use, and this is the camera. This, yeah. Just search for camera, graphics. Yes, sir. So you swipe up. You see? Now, that's one thing about this thing. It gives you variants of options. Fantastic. So you search for, but first of all now, if you're here, it's giving you all results. We want a camera that is under graphics. Under graphics, yes. Or you come and click on see all. And you search for, can I see? Okay, let me show you again. Okay, let me search with you too. So you search for this camera. See this? Let me put it here on the workspace there. We've seen it, right? Now, you will see that the one I used for this design, you see there's a difference. Okay, now this is where the magic comes in. So we're going to flip the camera to come to the left side. So you come, if you highlight anything on Canva, options comes out for you, right? So you can swipe and see different options that come as you click on the element. So we want to flip this camera to give us the side we want. So we'll go to flip, and you flip horizontal. Flip horizontal. No, if you click on this, you have to select the element you want to work on. If you click on it, you search for here. Flip. So if you're using a mobile phone, have you seen the camera? Exactly. That's it. So select it so it comes to your workspace. Oh. Yes. I flipped it. That's where we're coming. Okay, so now as your camera is still highlighted, you flip horizontal. Flip it to the horizontal. Yeah. Are we there? So when you flip it horizontal, it comes. Okay, for the mobile phone, once you select it, you come here. Because this is where your tools are, yeah? So you flip and you flip horizontal. You've passed flip. Horizontal, yes. No, first of all, you select the camera first. Select the camera and you flip. Yeah. You just select it, you swipe on your workspace until you see flip. You flip horizontal. Please take out this test. You brought in the test? Okay. Okay. So, remember we are trying to replicate this design. This is the design we're trying to replicate. But the camera we got from our graphic elements was vertical. So we need it to be horizontal so that the name can come the other side. Yeah? Okay. So now, we will now change the color. If you check that the camera already has two colors, it came with black and red. Okay, so we want the larger part of the camera to be red. So you go to that place where there is black color. No? Yeah? Where this black, exactly. Another sweet thing I love about Canva is that it shows you the colors that are available in your workspace. Right? So we want the more black part to be my phone. We want the more black part to be red. Right? Are we there? I'm here. Okay, so you flipped it. Okay, now you swipe here. You see, we are trying to change the color. So you click on the black color, please. Click on the black color and select red. It has clicked already. Just swipe. Remember, whatever you're clicking, you just swipe. This is where your tools are. Your tools are on the bottom, yeah? So if you click on it, you just swipe, swipe, swipe. Look at it. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, but if we're there already, let's change the black to red. Yeah. Yes, this is the last. Yes. No, you're just the practical aspect. 10 minutes. Okay, I did. Okay, this is like the last practical aspect. Okay, please, let's round off, okay? Okay, now, please go to the black, this black, and make it to be red. Click on the black color and make it to be red. The black. This is the black color. Make it to be red. No, you've not done it. This is black. This is black. So we want this black to come to red. So now let me give you the color code. This is where color code comes in now. What I love about Canva, yeah? Okay, so the color code of this this camera we have here. So to find your color code on your mobile phone, let's do on the mobile phone. If you click on the color and you select, is that you go through the color wheel. Remember there is a color wheel there. This is a color wheel. This is a color wheel. Right? So it's either you come here to add a color or you could just edit here. But if you, the same thing you do here is going to, you can do it here. Now, if you're looking down, you see there is a number here. That is the color code for the lemon green we want, the shade of the lemon. So now, click to the color. The red, the other color that we've not changed is the other red, right? Now, you come here. You come to the red color. You click. It will bring it to this place. Wonderful. Exactly. Exactly. Now, sir, you remember this is the first color that we changed to red. So we don't want to change the first one. It's the second one we want to change. Okay. So we click on it. We click on the color again. Or you come here. Okay. This is the color. Now you key in this number. 97C811. 97C. No, you don't need to put the hash. The hash stands for the number. Just key in the 9FC811. Now you click on this plus you're seeing. Enter it there. Exactly. You click here. You enter 97C811. No, I will find you. Don't worry. You come here. You see? So you click here. Yeah, just write 9. It will. You don't need to write the number. Oh, because it is the background you have. Now, there is one good thing about Canva. You can undo. If we look at the top of our working canvas, you will see that there is an icon up there. So you can undo in case you make a mistake. Yeah? So my lady that did that colored her working space, you can undo. Okay, you undid everything. You can still come back. Remember that if you want to do an effect to an element, you have to click on that element first. Please, I'm trying to round off so we can go because they've signaled me on the time. Okay? So now, sir, you've entered it. Now, you just go out. And that's all. Right? Are we there? Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. Have you entered the code? Yeah, just enter the 9. Once you're entering it, it changes. 97C811. It changes your color and it is there. 97C. No, it's here. Yes, you highlighted well. So is that you click here or you come to this plus sign and enter 97C811. Yeah, so this place now is where you will now type in 97C811. So, yes, you're on it. Click here and you come here. 976-811. So have you entered the color? So you just go out. Okay, you've changed the wrong. This one, the first color is supposed to be red. Please let's the first color is supposed to be red, and the second color is supposed to be lemon. So we key in 97C. Sorry, 9FC 811. Okay, are we all there? Remember, you can change colors, you can add color. Are you done? You just go 9FC. I'm sorry, my people. F, please. Pardon me. Yes. 9FC. Not that one. This is the one we want to change. So 9, okay, you got it. So just add 1 here. Just add 1 here to complete the 1. But the one that changed is a different one. Okay. You just click on, just move the plus sign. Okay, yes, please. That's the color code. That's the code of the lemon green in our design. Like I said, in color wheel, if you look at the color wheel that we searched for on Google earlier, you will see that there are different shades of one color. And each shade has a color code. Okay? So that's why it's always good to know the color code of the color code of the color you're trying to use. Are we there? Okay. So let's fastly do this. So now what we're going to do, let me do mine. 9FC 811. Okay. So now, we see that when we brought in our elements, Canva just brought it to the middle of our design. But we want it to be where we can easily put our text. Another good thing that Canva does is that you can easily zoom in your working space to see what you're working on. You can zoom in and out of your working space to see what you're working on. Right? So you don't have to always stretch. Is this thing fitted right or not? Okay? Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add Jeffy Studio, right? And if you check, the Jeffy Studio has an effect. First of all, let's add our text. Okay? So let's add our text. We're adding a heading text. Like I said, there are heading, subheading, and a body text. You go to the tests. You go to your tests. This is the test. Jeffy Studios. No, this is the test. Oh, sorry. Okay, just heading. Add a heading. Just click on add a heading. Yeah, just unclick this. See the test. No. If you want, you zoomed yours out. No, you expanded the... Oh my goodness, my nails is not working. Let me undo for you. Okay. So you remember, to get other elements in your design, you have to unclick, and this is the test. So we're adding a heading. Okay? We're adding a heading, all right? So just add a heading. Are we there? So the name of our studio is Jeffy Studios, yeah? So let's type in caps log, Jeffy Studio. Okay? Now there's something I did. I dropped down my space bar. Instead of the Jeffy and the studio to be in the same line, the Jeffy is top and the studio is down. So how you do that, you just click. After you've typed Jeffy, you're okay. Fantastic. Now, there is a font that was used in Jeffy Studio, right? So you search for leaks pattern. Now, when you click on the text, yeah, this is where the fonts are. When you click on the text, you search for leaks pattern. Leagues pattern. Okay, so this is where it is. So you search here. Search for leagues pattern. Look at it on the screen. Yeah, you click here. Yeah, exactly. Wonderful. Leagues pattern. Yes. League, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, pattern. Yeah, just like Spartacus. Yes, please. Okay, the font. Okay, well, since you added yours in small caps later, there are other ways you could just increase it. Canva has it there, my lovely. So you could just click here, everything encapsulates. Okay, so you come to fonts, you swipe this up, and you search for league pattern. Lovely. Yes. Lovely. Okay. Wonderful. Mm-hmm. Because that's the style of that font. That's the style of the font. Okay. No, I did it in both tests. There are two ways I did this. Is either you just duplicate. Let's duplicate so that each test will be in a different okay. So we have our fonts, and we are going to add a font which is leagues pattern. Okay, if you've added that while mine comes up, right? Now we want the text to align with the icon we selected, right? If you look, you could see that the text is well fitted in the icon. It's not bigger than the icon. It's just in the icon. So you have to reduce your text to be able to be in that space where the camera is divided. There are two ways you could do that. Is either you select, you use this point to, let me show us something, please. Look here, please, everybody on the camera or on the screen. You'll see that there are two things here. If I point at this, it's going to expand at that point. And if I point here, it's going to bring it down, right? So I just undo. Okay. Okay, this leaks pattern for mine. We have few minutes to round off. We could continue this tomorrow virtually if there is not going to be movement tomorrow. Okay. So I've changed mine to leaks pattern. Okay. Now, but we need to add an effect to this test. It's looking too simple. No, you don't need to add the S. Just Jeff Studio. Yeah. Now, let me tell you the font size. So we make sure we have the same thing. So the font size is 27.1. 27.1. So to get your font size, remember, you select anything you want to do. You say it font size. So you key in 27.1. Mama, let me see. Okay, you've gotten leaks pattern. So this is where the font size is.
27
Yes. You can manually key it in. Okay. 27.1. There. 27.1. Okay. Wonderful. Yeah, font size. You have to always, the thing is, you're working on the phone, so it brings everything down. So this is font size. You come here, you manually key it in. Yeah, 27.1. And we're going to add an effect to our test. Okay, let me show you something. Let me duplicate this so that each being different. Okay. Are we all there? Okay. So we're going to add an effect to our text, okay? Let's come. We're going to add an effect. So when you click on the text, we've already added the fonts and the font size and all that. So you scroll down. Remember, if you want to work on any element on your design workspace, you have to highlight it first, right? So we highlight it. You scroll to the bottom just after the spacing. You will see effects. Effects. And if I zoom in, you will see that this test has an effect. We're seeing an effect, right? In the test. In the studio, you see that there is a shadow effect there. Exactly. Both of them, both Jeffy and Studios. Right. So we're going to go to effects and we're going to add an effect. Let me do it with you. So I'm using, you click on shadow and shadow comes out. Just click on shadow and the effect is done. You click on the Jeffy 2, shadow. When you highlight the tests, you've not highlighted the test. You highlight the test. You highlight, come to, this is where effect is. And shadow. There. Yeah, we're coming there. Okay, are we there? All right. When we're there now we're going to, because we don't want we want the shadow effect to show, right? So using black, because if you check on the color on the shadow, it is black color. If you check there, immediately we immediately we added our shadow effect. This is the color that is there, black. And meanwhile, the color of our text is still black. So the shadow effect is not really popping. Now, so we're going to make our text color to be red. So while still highlighted, you just go to color. You first of all, you highlight the text first. Yeah. So you swipe this way. There. So because you already have colors that you're working with, Canva is just going to bring the colors down your document up for you. Not there. Here. Are we there? So you select. No, not the shadow effect, sorry. The main color of the text. Right? Which is here. Red. Right? Wonderful. Now, if we see, we will see that the number of tests in the Jeffy and the Studios are different. Like the number of the tests, the alphabets. The Studio has 6 and Jeffy has 5, right? Now, what we'll do is click on the test and you will see a plus sign close to the, close to the, this plus sign. Okay, you've not added the font. That's why it's different. Sorry. And then your size too. The size is...
I added them, but if I go, I can come back again. Just go back to the command.
Yes, that's what I want us to do. Point 1. There. Come to font. Take this up. And search for leaks pattern. Okay? Okay. Okay, if you click on the test, it will bring up some icons or some options for you to choose. You see a pen, which is magic right. You see this text or this comment icon. This one is when you're working with one or two, three people on a particular project. Let's say I am working with she and him in this project. So I will come to this place and I'll add a comment for him to see. That is if we're collaborating on this logo. So that's what this is for. While this is for locking, is a lock for you to be able to lock this so that it won't move around. Even if you're moving any other thing around this working space, this particular Jeffy is not going to move. While this is for duplicate, right? If you want to duplicate this, you just click or select here, it duplicates. While this is delete. But there are other more options here when you click on these 3 dots, but we're not getting there. So what we only want to do is to duplicate our text for those of us who had already typed in Jeffy and Studio in the same place. So we want the Jeffy and Studio to be different. So we can add another effect to the Jeffy so that it can balance with the Studio. So please duplicate your Jeffy Studios. Wonderful. Now when you duplicate, we only want Jeffy in one text box and Studio in one text box. So you just remove Studios. No, Studio, anyone. You bring that back up. And here you remove Jeffy. And you bring it back. Wonderful. The font size is 27.1. Okay? Now, you now bring it to come here. Yeah, if you duplicate, you will delete one text from one. You delete Jeffy and leave Studios, or you delete Studio here and leave Jeffy. But make sure that in here front at this one text with Jeffy and Studios. Because I will Studio, exactly. Let me try and incorporate Igbo too. Okay. Okay, so let's take off this. Let's bring this up. Let's bring it up. So here, we'll take off Studio because we have Studio there. And we'll bring it there. So you have to align. We want the Jeffy to be at the top and the Studio to be down. So you just delete Jeffy. Yeah. But you know, if you do that, it will delete both of them. So here we want to delete all these Studios. So we bring this one up. So as I'm moving this thing, you can see there is a line Canva is showing you, right? Okay. So now we want the Jeffy and Studio to look like this, okay? This is how we want it to look like, okay? So we're taking this off. We're just going to use our nudge. If it's difficult for you to move from left to right on your Canva workspace, when you scroll down on the icons on the bottom, when you highlight a text, you see a nudge, N-U-D-G. This nudge, you can easily use it to move things to the left, to the right, so that it aligns. Right? Have you seen it? Are you out, sir? Okay. You've seen the nudge, right? Okay, your text is reduced. You reduce it. The size. Yeah, you reduce it. It's supposed to be 27. Okay. This one stays here. Or you can use here. You can use this to go up, down, left, Right? Are we there? Okay, so lastly, we're going to add a sub-test. That is a slogan or a motto to Jeffy's studio. After we've aligned our logo, okay, we'll bring it up so there won't be much space. Right. Okay. Perfect. Wonderful. I think you're looking at it, it's looking big because you zoomed in your working space. Are you seeing it? Okay, so now we're going to add a subheading. Please, let's go to our test lastly and add a subheading. Just go to test. Just go to test. You don't need to highlight again. We are now using subheading because yes, because we don't want the other one to look bolder than, yeah. So what we are going to put in there is creating lasting memories. Creating lasting memories. Let's round off. Creating lasting memories. We have 5 minutes to round off. Let me do it as you see me do it here too. All right. So, but first of all, I want to remove this a little bit. Right. And so that's my Jeffy. If you look, while I'm moving this, Canva is showing me a line grid. Are we seeing this? So this will help you place